This next match is scheduled for one fall. It is for the #1 contendership for the ILW Championship. Coming to the ring from Winnipeg, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, he is the best bout machine, Kenny Omega.
Now guys, this is one of the most anticipated matchups on Beautifully Broken's card tonight. Best bout machine Kenny Omega taking on CM Punk, a man who claimed that he wanted some type of matchup at tonight's show, claiming that he deserves a shot at a championship, whether that's the ILW Championship, whether that's the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk thinks he is destined for a shot at the title, and Kenny Omega seems to be the man that wants to take that opportunity from him. Omega, as of late, has been on a hot streak. You know, he and the Elite have both been on quite the run, taking on, House of Black, getting victories. Both of them in title opportunities last month. Came up a little short. Omega, lost to some controversial way. And the Bucks also lost in a controversial manner. Tonight, they're hoping to get revenge, get one up on that, and get right back into the title picture. But will Omega be able to do it against this man?
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 229 pounds, he is the best in the world, CM Punk.
Thank you, Nate, for those introductions. CM Punk looks to be in a much better mood than late. He is not being accompanied to the ring by Luke Gallows. We're going to need some, there's some questions regarding that. But he definitely looks ready to take on Kenny Omega. It's a match that's been, like I said, highly anticipated. Everybody would love to see what happens when Kenny Omega and CM Punk lock up. And in just a few moments, we will get to find out. But Punk, with that stride in his step, looks to be the CM Punk of old, the best in the world. Hopefully, or potentially, this could be the CM Punk of 2011 that beat John Cena. That cocky, arrogant attitude, throwing the t-shirt at Kenny Omega, letting us know what time it is. And in Punk's case, he believes it's clobbering time. These two men looking at each other, staring at each other across the ring, sizing each other up. The crowd is white hot. Punk and Omega locking up, collar and elbow tie up. Omega getting the leg, going for the single leg takedown, but both men get pushed up into the ropes. The referee breaking these two men up. CM Punk smacks the taste out of Omega's mouth. Omega with that headlock takeover. Punk grabbing at the hair, getting the reversal. Head scissors. Omega follows through. Quick roll-up attempt. Both men bridge out. CM Punk sending Kenny Omega into the ring post. Following it up, going for the back body drop, but Omega over the back. Big boot to the chest, sending CM Punk into the corner. Follows that up with a suplex. Omega getting the upper hand in this matchup. Sizing up for what possibly could be a V-trigger. But Omega gets sent to the outside by CM Punk. And now Punk could be going for that suicide dive. Omega gets in the ring. Punk able to float over. Drop kick to the jaw of CM Punk by way of Kenny Omega. Omega now going for Punk, who's on the outside. Hot shot. Dropping that neck over top of that top rope. Now CM Punk going for a signature. springboard clothesline, but gets caught with a dragon suplex, planting him on the back of his head. Now Punk rolling out to the ring. Omega trying to get the crowd behind him, get the crowd hot, calling for this Terminator dive. Omega getting a full head of steam ahead of him just so he can fly right over here to the side of me. Omega taking out CM Punk. We're going to take one more look at that. Look at all this momentum that Omega is able to catch. Bouncing off both ends of the rope, flying almost out into the front row. And now Omega sending Punk into the guardrail right next to me. Taunting Punk, grabbing him by the back of the head. Now he's taking him all the way across the arena into the barricade. Omega has the upper hand right now, telling the ref to count out CM Punk. The referee trying to get Omega's attention, letting him know, hey, turn around behind you because CM Punk is coming with that springboard clothesline. Following it up with that signature CM Punk neck breaker. The best in the world is on fire. Omega, though, with a V-trigger to the side of the head of Punk from literally out of nowhere. Simple hip toss. And now Omega has that headlock in. Let's take one more look at this springboard clothesline signature. CM Punk followed up with that neck breaker. You guys see Omega was going for some sort of strike. Punk able to reverse, drop, and plant CM Punk on the back of his head. Punk still trying to work his way out of this headlock. You gotta think Omega trying to wear down CM Punk. Which man will get the advantage? Punk roundhouse kick. Kenny goes for some sort of like poison rana, but Punk able to counter it with a quick Russian leg sweep. I see him Punk going for that back breaker, signature CM Punk, planting Omega down. You got to think that's not a maneuver that's going to get you a win, but it will wear down Kenny Omega. Now Punk going to the outside, going to the top rope. Could be looking for that Macho Man style big elbow drop, but Omega able to cut CM Punk off, pandering to the audience, but we could get a superplex off the middle rope. Omega gets caught. Looked like he was going to float over for a pin, but Punk caught him and then catches him again with a roundhouse. Sends Omega into the corner. Punk able to hit that knee, followed up with that running bulldog. CM Punk gaining momentum. Now he's calling for the GTS to go to sleep. Can Punk put Omega away? But Omega is waiting on Punk. Super kick to the jaw. Going for the Tiger Driver, planting CM Punk right on the top of his head. This could be it. Omega might have just became number one contender, but no. CM Punk able to kick out at the last minute. But now Omega calling for the V-trigger. Punk in perfect position. Gets the head taken off. Omega is now in full control. Looks like he wants another V-trigger. Punk, though, with that spinning calf kick right to the face of Kenny by God Omega. And CM Punk hits the suicide dive. Both men are down on the outside. Punk on fire, throwing Kenny back in the ring. But look, that V-trigger. I thought it was done for there. I thought Omega was going to go for that one-winged angel, and this was going to be it. But Omega went to the well too many times and caught a suicide dive for his trouble. Beautiful suicide dive by CM Punk, folding Kenny Omega in half. Now both men making their way in the ring. Punk scoop slam Wait a minute. A little bit of You Can't See Me, paying homage to one of his greatest rivals, John Cena. But wait, big leg drop. Just like Hulk Hogan, Punk out here hitting the greatest hits, and he's gonna follow it up with that off the top rope Macho Man Randy Savage elbow right in the heart of Kenny Omega. Now Punk once again calling for the GTS, which this is perfect if this can connect. This is a done deal match. But Omega able to reverse with a poison rana, spiking CM Punk on the top of his head and neck. Look at the power. The power of Kenny Omega. Gut wrench, power bomb. 2 count. CM Punk able to get out of there. Picks Omega up and plants him on the top of his head with a pile driver of his own. But guys, wait a minute. Over here to the side of me, that's Jungle Boy. That's Jack Perry. CM Punk looks appalled. The referee distracted. Punk punches Perry off the ring apron. Excuse me. Omega able to take advantage. V-trigger to the side of the head of Punk. Going for another. Calling for it. Takes the head off of CM Punk and now putting him on his shoulders for the one-winged angel. This is it. Oh my God. CM Punk just kicked out of the one-winged angel. And that's a feat that very few, if any, have ever been able to accomplish. Especially after a series of V-triggers. One of the most highly protected maneuvers in all professional wrestling. That one-winged angel and CM Punk just kicked out at 2.999. If that doesn't tell you how much Punk wants to become the next ILW champion, I don't know what will. What's Omega going for? Looks like we might not ever get to find out. Punk cuts him off and connects with the Pepsi plunge. One arm over the chest and Omega able to kick out. But CM Punk got him up for the go to sleep. Knee to the face. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen.
And your winner, CM Punk.
Now guys, the question is MJF ready for CM Punk at the Royal Rumble? As we look, GTS that followed that Pepsi plunge was the signal for victory for that man, CM Punk. Like I said, MJF is our ILW champion. Will he be ready to take on the best in the world, CM Punk, at the Royal Rumble?